I finally got my hands on the rest of the Era of Senses collection by Catrice. I already ordered a couple of items. I already did a video, like a part 1 of those items of the Era of Senses collection. I ordered those online at Bouncy shop, but I had a suspicion that these items were gonna launch at Kruidvat first. That is like a Dutch drugstore. I have been into that store I think 6 times to check it, and then finally today they had it. I bought the things that I was most excited about. We're gonna try it out. Let's quickly get into it. This is the Catrice Velvet Pudding Blurring Blush, and this is in the shade 010 Raspberry Fudge. I thought this could be an interesting product. I do like the packaging, and this is a really beautiful color. It's kind of like this muted rose kind of shade, swatched very creamy, very pigmentedly. I think it's gonna be very pigmented. Very interesting. I was a little bit on the fence whether I would pick this up, but in the end I thought, you know what? Let's try it out. It's just that we have a lot of these kind of like cream to powder like cheek products now, and I don't love all of them, but I do feel like this is a little bit different. It's more creamy, it's a different packaging, and I cannot get my finger in here. Like if you have nails, that's not gonna work. So that's also why I swatched it the way I swatched it. I'm gonna grab a brush and I'm just gonna be applying this on my cheeks. I feel like all of my brushes are a little bit too big. I kind of wanna use a smaller brush. I think I'm gonna use this Singe highlighter brush and see if that works. I'm just gonna take a little bit. This, I think it's gonna be very pigmented, I have a feeling. And we're just gonna start applying it. I just feel like sometimes with very pigmented cream blushes, it's just nicer to have a smaller brush and have a little bit more control. I am wearing a skin tint. I'm wearing a little bit of bronzer, so that was already on my face. My skin isn't the best today. I haven't had the best night of sleep, so I'm not going to judge this too harshly, but that is actually working really well with this brush. You have to take a little bit of time. You have to have a little bit of patience. The other shade was like a lighter peach. It's not really a blush shade that I really wear. This is really pretty. Really like this rose shade, like this natural flush, which I really like any time of year. That's pretty, that's cute. It has a little bit of a natural glow to it, but it's not like sticky creamy. It's definitely kind of like this cream to powder, and it's just, it looks skin-like. It's not like it really has a shimmer in it or something like that. It just looks very natural, and I just love the color of this. I feel like as pigmented as it applies at first, that it does blend out and it starts looking a little bit less like crazy pigmented. I do feel like with these kind of blushes that if the canvas, if like the skin underneath isn't like super smooth, you're gonna see that through it a little bit. It's really like this more natural finish. It's not as much of a perfecting formula, which is, by the way, I have a breakout over here. That's what's happening over there. So that's not always my favorite because I'm someone, I like low coverage when it comes to like skin tint. Most of the time when I'm not filming, I won't wear anything skin tint foundation like. So I like it if my blush has a little bit of a perfection quality to it. I don't really think that this one has that, but so far it is looking cute. Alright, then we have the Aura Glam Bouncy highlighter, and this is a putty highlighter. This is in 010 Moonlight Sand, and it looks really beautiful. I really like the packaging. It feels kind of like a good quality acrylic. It looks good. It's a little chunky, and then when you open it up, it has this really nice wave pattern. It's kind of like a golden champagne, definitely on the somewhat darker, somewhat more warm side, and it's really like this soft silky feel. It's not extremely creamy, but I have seen videos where they really like push their whole finger in this, so it's definitely putty, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna ruin the product. Let me grab another highlighter brush. And I have a feeling this might be a little bit too dark on me. I'm a fair to light, not the fairest of fair, but don't know if this is gonna fully work. Yeah, I think that is a little bit dark on me. I don't know if I'm really loving these cheeks right now. Okay, build up and kind of like blend it down. It's a little better. I'm just gonna blend this down on top of the blush. It is very smooth. It's quite a nice highlighter. They only had one shade and it's just a little bit dark. I think this would be really nice on like light to medium skin tones. Yeah, I think that is quite a nice highlighter. It looks really beautiful. If you're a little deeper than me, it's gonna be really nice. It's really smooth. I think I also, what brush am I grabbing? Where is that brush that I use for my blush? I feel like I kind of have to try this with a different blush, see how I feel. I'm just gonna blend these things together. I think it's pretty cute, but I'm not like head over heels just yet. I don't know if this is gonna be the must-have of the collection for me. Alright, we also have some lip products, we have some eye products. What should we do? I think I want to continue on with the Peptide Bliss lip gloss, a glossy lip balm, I must say. We have 5 shades in this, and I bought all 5 shades because all of them looked really good. And I kind of feel like Catrice has been coming out with a lot of these squeezy tube lip balm, glossy lip balm kind of things, but the formula that they had in a regular range wasn't my favorite. So I'm kind of thinking, are they like revamping that again? This is called the Era of Senses limited edition, by the way. But at the same time, in the gondola, they marked some things as being limited edition and then some things not. And they also did that in the press release that they did send out. So I'm kind of thinking that all of this, except the 3 things that I had in my last Era of Senses video, that all of these things are actually gonna be in the regular range and are kind of like a regular range sneak peek. It's a very interesting choice. I don't really understand it. It's because we also just had the update for the regular range for the fall. So is this like a new thing they're doing to get even more focused, to get even more eyes on their updates? It might be. So here we have the shade 010 Live in Rosé. It has this applicator that we've been seeing, that I've been seeing with a lot of lip products, and I quite enjoy it. It kind of depends though if the formula matches this applicator. We're gonna see. It has peptides and vitamin E for glossy, smooth and full looking lips. Okay, so I'm guessing this is not gonna be plumping. This is a lighter pink shade, and usually I do like a lighter pink shade. I didn't put any lip balm on to see like how hydrating this was gonna be. Nice and glossy. I really like this color. I'm gonna add a little bit more, build it up. It has a slight sweet scent to it, very slight. I wouldn't say it's offensive. I don't think if you're sensitive to scents that you're gonna hate this. It's very slight. I think this is a really nice color. It sits on my lips very nicely. It's glossy. Feels good, feels a little thicker but not too thick, almost a little grippy. I think this is going to be the type of lip product that I do like. Like this is feeling good and balmy. The ones from the regular range, and I believe I decluttered all of them except for maybe 1 or 2. They are very thin and they really kind of like go all over. It's a little too messy and I didn't love the packaging. It felt kind of like cheap paper. It was really interesting. This is really nice. I'm liking this. Just glossy, baby pink, hydrating feeling. I like the shade. Then we have shade 020 and this one is Bliss Berry. And this seems kind of like, ooh, a muted berry color. Why is so much coming out of this? What happened? Okay. I think while swatching, something went wrong. I hope that is the case. Because this is a lot of product. This is like overflowing. More and more is coming out. Like, what is the problem with this one? It just keeps on going. Please stop. No. Is this a curse of Catrice again? Please stop overflowing. Because I do like you. I like the color. It just keeps overflowing. Like, product keeps coming out of here. Stop. Stop. Just please stop. There's... okay. I'm closing that and I'm not gonna be looking at that for a little bit. Okay, so how am I gonna spread this on my lips? I don't know. It's goopy as well because it's a lot of product. All right, color is beautiful. Packaging is a mess. I hope if I keep it this way, because I just set them all down the other way. I hope if I keep it this way, it will kind of like fix it. But there's just lip balm pouring out. Like, overflowing. By the way, if you're not familiar with the curse of Catrice, I've had multiple Catrice products break on me. There's something about them. They just don't want to be in my life. They just randomly break at the side of me. Okay, then we have 030 Do Not Disturb. This is a red one and I love a red balm. This one seems to be normal. Is it? I didn't press it. Like, I'm not even pressing this right now and more product is coming out. This is just, it's a mess. So apparently you cannot, let me fix it. I can talk like this. So apparently you cannot put these. Like I just put them all like this in front of me to be able to swatch them on my lips and they all start overflowing. This is also a nice color, nice sheer red. I do really like the formula. So I hope if I don't put them down like that, which should be possible. I mean, it should be possible. If I don't do that, I hope I can still use them. Like if I just throw them in a purse, hopefully I can use them. Because these are cute. These are cute. Why, Catrice? Why are you sabotaging me? I want to love your products. So I put this one in my product holder this way around. So let's see if that helped anything. And it's just, I'm not pressing this. And there's just product coming out. It's coming out on its own. I'm so confused. But I do think it's better. It's not as bad now. So probably that is the fix of this packaging, but that shouldn't happen, I think. Probably I should use this a little bit more and there's not as much product in here. That's not going to be as much of an issue. Okay, now I have some control over this product. Did I even say the shade name? Alright, so this is shade Toffee Touched 040 and this is kind of like a warmer nude lighter shade. Very cute. I hope this is gonna be a fix and then I can live with it because I do really like the colors, but I kind of wish this didn't happen. I'm just gonna put them all upside down and hope for the best. This is a really cute color. I do really like the shades. And then the last shade is gonna be 050 Glazed and Gorgeous. And I really love this type of like a brown purple kind of like sheer darker color. I really love that for fall winter. So yeah, this definitely fixed the problem and this was upside down for like a couple of minutes. So if you want to store it like that, I think you can do it, like store it the right way around. I think you can do it, but then as you go to apply it, keep it this way for a little bit before you actually do that because your lips will be flooded with product. This is a nice color. I do feel like the formula works with this applicator. Yeah, I really like that. I really like this color. I really like the glossiness. I'm really into this. Like, this is nice. Everything about this I enjoy. Except that one thing. But at least the packaging isn't like fully broken. Yet. Knock on wood. Yeah, this is really nice. I also have some lip liners. And I only bought 3 of the lip liners because these are going to be more full pigment and not all the shades. And these were shades I thought I was going to use. So I bought a pinky one, a little bit more of a purple shade, and a more like brown color. I hope these are not gonna replace the long-lasting lip liners because these are the Gel Glide long-lasting lip liner. These are gonna be pretty much smudge proof, I think. I hope these are not gonna be replacing the long-lasting lip liners that they have now because these are some of my favorite lip liners. Shade Queen Vibes. I use one up. I bought a new one. I'm using it basically every time I do my lips. So let's see. I think I'm just gonna be swatching these on my lips as well. The swatch of these looks very nice. I have high hopes. I do like quite a creamy lip liner. These, by the way, are sharpenable. I always get questions about that. These are not the ones that you turn up, but it's also not really like a classic wooden pencil. So this is the pink shade. Oh, that's a light shade. I usually go pretty dark with my lip liners because my natural lip color is a bit darker. Alright, so this is the lip liner. It's quite a cute shade, but I do feel like it's a little bit light for me. Should I apply a little bit of the pink on top just to show you? Let's see the combination. That's pretty cute. I do think that these lip liners are going to be pretty long lasting. I have pretty high hopes. I think these are going to be pretty nice. Yeah, I think that is cute. I like it with a lip product. That is nice. But of course with the lip liners, I just feel like I really need to wear them for a little bit longer to see like what the wear on them is. Like, these are just first impressions. But yeah, I really like the combination. These liners are not easy to take off. And this one hasn't even really set down yet. Okay, then we have a 020 Drip the Drama. And this is the more purpley shade. I love a slightly purple lip liner and lip product. This one is a little bit on the rosy side. It looks a little bit more rosy on my lip than I feel it looks just looking at the product. So creamy. I have a feeling I'm really gonna like this color. This is really nice. I feel like these lip liners are not too creamy. They do glide, but I don't feel like they are really too smudgy or you go overboard a little bit too quickly. Okay, let's do 020 again. I can still use the residue of what was on the applicator from when it all went wrong. The residue of the flood. That's cute. I do like that you can make it look almost like you're wearing a more pigmented lip product, but you're not really. Just because of that lip liner and the combination with just a little bit of the pigment that the lip balm is adding. And then we have the last shade, which was 050 Sip and Slay. And this was the more, I don't know, almost warm brown, quite dark. Gonna see how I feel about that. Ooh, it's so pigmented. Gotta be careful. Okay, maybe with this one I feel like it's a little bit creamy. It's a little bit hard to use when it's such a pigmented color. It's a nice liner. I do like the formula. I like the color. Where did I put that lip balm? Alright, so applying a 050 as well. Let's see if this is gonna blend. Do I look crazy? The answer is yes. Don't say anything, I already know. Yeah, this wasn't a success. I'll probably wear this with a more pigmented lip product. Yeah, I'm gonna go off camera, do something else, and then we can move on to the jelly glitter toppers. Alright, we did combo 020 again. I'm really liking this. Is it looking a little bit messy because of all this swatching? Maybe, but we're going with it. We're ignoring it, okay? I don't want to hear it. Okay, these are the Drunken Diamonds Jelly Topper. And I was a little bit confused because we already had the Drunken Diamonds eyeshadow stick. But then I saw them next to each other and I thought, oh wait, that's what's going on. So this is the eyeshadow stick. This is metallic, this is smooth. And then we have these jelly toppers, and these are actually sparkly shimmery. And you can see it from the cap as well. We have 3 different shades. These all look really beautiful, and it feels once again like a very similar formula to the Beauty Bay ones that I just tried. I tried those yesterday. I compared those to the Essence ones, and these are also the more shimmery ones. So that is what is going on here. I feel like these are all pretty similar formulas. There's not much of a difference to them. I would say just see which one is easily available to you, which one is more affordable, and which color you like, because there are also some differences in the colors. So we have here the Jelly Topper in 010 Moonlight Glow, and I'm just going to be doing some eye swatches with you because I'm also going to do an eye look with the sampler palette after this. I'm gonna be uploading that video pretty soon as well. And I thought it would be easier to see what is going on applying these on their own instead of on top of the palette, because that only shows you that much. So I might as well do some eye swatches. So this is Moonlight Glow. That is really beautiful. It's kind of like this silvery white, almost iridescent, but not really iridescent, like eyeshadow topper. Can you see what's going on? Let's get even more up close. This is really beautiful. My eye is feeling very wet and cool. It feels a little weird to look up. So we also have a 020 Blossom Lights, and this one is gonna be a little bit more on the muted pink side. Also a really beautiful color, really nice, almost a little bit like rose gold. Let's build that up. This one is a little bit less chunky almost, or there's a little bit less contrast with these shimmers. That's really beautiful. I have really been enjoying these kind of jelly sticks. I've also really been enjoying the ones from Essence. I think this is really nice. This kind of has this rose gold like base, and then it has a bluish violet shimmer throughout it. I think that's really stunning. That's really beautiful. And then I also have 030 Sunset Spark. And this one is gonna be a little bit more bronzy. I feel like we see a theme with these jelly stick toppers, that they come in 3s, and then there's one kind of like silvery champagne one, then there's one that's kind of more like purpley pink, and then we have a bronze one. That's the shades they think we want to have in our lives, and you know what, I don't think they're wrong. I get it. And then maybe later they will expand. I did see that W7 is also coming out with this kind of stuff, and they had like 5 or 6 shades. This one is the most opaque, I think. Really bronzy in the base, and then a champagne shimmer throughout it. Really beautiful. These are really nice. I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid because I feel like just mixing everything. This is how I use my free will today. Yeah, I feel like that first shade, the Moonlight one, is the most sparkly one. Really beautiful. I really like these, but I like this kind of product in general, and I kind of feel like they're all sort of similar. Kind of depends. Like some are a little bit more smooth, some are a little bit more shimmery, but haven't really noticed big differences so far. But also I still have to wear these for a whole day. Maybe one version will wear longer than the other. Who knows? Alright, so I took a little break from this video, did an eye look with the Sampler Beauty palette, and spoiler alert, it is a beautiful palette and I'm very excited. Alright, let's talk about this collection. Let's start out with the first thing that I tried, which is the blush. I think the blush is cute. I feel like it might have to grow on me a little bit. I feel like the more I'm wearing it right now, the more I'm liking it. I don't immediately feel like it's gonna be my ultimate favorite, but there is some potential there. I feel like the highlighter I definitely need to try with something else as well and see how I feel, but it is very smooth, it is really beautiful, it does blend into the skin. I just feel like I want to try this with a different kind of blush as well. The lip liners are really nice. I really like the lip liners. This is a great formula. I really hope that they are not going to discontinue Queen Vibes, and if they do, like, I kind of get it. This line with the plumping looks a little bit less luxurious than this long-lasting line. I kind of get it, but if they get rid of Queen Vibes, give me another Queen Vibes. Give me that shade again in this line. Of course, these are only 5 shades. If they don't give me something like that, I'm going to be a little bit sad. That's not going to be a good day. I'm not going to be happy about it. But I do really like this formula. I do really like the shades that I tested. Then we, of course, have the lip balms. I really love the formula of the lip balms. I feel like they're a little bit more grippy, better than the ones that they have in the regular range right now. Subtle scent, I don't really mind it. Don't really smell it. The other ones in the regular range now, they do have quite a strong scent. It's more about that edible feeling. This isn't as much that. I just feel like these are going to be more hydrating. I feel like this stayed on my lips during 2 videos basically, and it's not migrating, it's not looking weird, it's not breaking up the lip liner. I feel like this is a pretty long lasting lip. Pretty happy with that. It feels good, it feels nice, it feels hydrating. I'm excited about these. The only thing is, of course, the packaging, which I have to think about a little bit. But now you know. And as long as you know, then I think it's gonna be okay. Then we also have these jelly eye sticks, eye toppers. I think this is really cute. Should I apply one of these? A little bit of one of these. Because I'm already done with the other video. Let's do a little bit of 020 on top. That is stunning. I love this. Give me all of the jelly toppers because they just give such an effortless extra amount of glow to the eyes in such a nice way. It isn't messy, and I think that is the thing which you usually have with special shades. It's kind of messy, it falls on your face. It's not the case with these. So I have to say, it's a little bit of a confusing collection. I do think we're going to be seeing this actually in stores. They are in stores now in a gondola, but I feel like we're going to see them with the actual regular range products by Catrice pretty soon. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen, and I am liking these products. Quite happy with how things turned out here. Let me know if you're gonna be picking anything up from this collection, and then I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.